Then we have non-right angle triangle. As part of non-right angle triangles, we need to discuss sine rule, the cosine rule, and the area of non-right angle triangle. So sine rule is applied to non-right angle triangles if either two sides are known and an angle opposite one of the known sides is given. So we know two sides and an angle opposite one of the known sides. And we need to find the angle opposite the other known. Just a second. We need to find the angle opposite the other known side. Alright. And then we have if two angles are known and one side is known, and we need to find the angle, no, and we need to find a side opposite one of the known angles. And this is how sine rule is applied. You can either remember it this way or you can either remember it this way. Both ways are the same and will give you the same answer. Ideally, if you need to find the angle, use this way. If you need to find a side, use this way. Where small alphabets are used to represent the sides and the capital alphabets or the uppercase alphabets are always used to represent the angle. This is a standard way. Let's say we are given this. So we have two known sides and one known angle that is opposite one of the known sides. So we can form our ratios as sin x over 8 is equals to sin 60 over 7. So we have sin x is equals to 0.98974. X is equals to sine inverse of 0.98974, and x is equals to 81.8 degrees. The final answer should be to three significant figures, but the intermediate values, if used to a higher number of significant figures, would ensure that you get an accurate answer. Alright, so we are done with our first example. Let's take another example. So we have two known angles and a side opposite one of the known angles, and we need to find the side opposite the other known angle labeled as y. Since we need to find a side, let's put the sides in the denominator. And this angle opposite y is 70, thus sine 70. Similarly, the angle opposite 10 is 80, thus sine 80 degrees. And thus y turns out to be y turns out to be 9.54 units. Moving on, we have the cosine rule for non-right angle triangles. It's applied when if two sides are known and an angle between the two sides is known, and we need to find the third side that is opposite the given angle. And cosine rule is applied as follows. So in this case, we have two sides, two known sides, and an angle is either to be found or is given. Similarly, this side in consideration is either to be found or given. Again, small alphabets are used to represent sides, and A, that is capital A, is used to represent angle. The angle opposite small a would always be labeled as capital A. Again. Now let's now This is the formula for cosine rule. You have to remember this. You must remember this rather. And let's say we are given this. So two known sides, one known angle, and we can use the cosine rule to find the third side. So A is the third side and capital A is the angle between the two sides. And BC, you can either assume 10 as B or 8 as B, and you can either assume the final side as C. You can assume the final side as C. So if I assume 10 as B and C is equals to 8, this is what my, after substituting the values, my formula would look like. I'll simplify this. I'll root both sides. A side can never be negative, thus I just simply just considered the positive answer of the root, that is 9.2 centimeters. Alright, so it's the same concept again. Similarly, if all three sides are known and we need to find angle opposite any of the known sides, we can again use cosine rule. So let's say we are given three sides. So we can use the cosine rule appropriately to find the angle opposite any known side. That is, if I want to find the angle opposite 7, I'll consider, I'll use this angle rather. If I need to find the angle opposite 8, I'll use this angle. Let's, and if I have to find the angle opposite 6, I'll use this angle. So after substituting the values, this is what my formula should look like. I took all the constants especially to one side, and solving this would give me y is equals to 5.57.9 degrees. So we are done with sine rule and we are done with cosine. Finally, area of non-right angle triangle. So we have this. In order to find the area of non-right angle triangles, we apply this formula. AB is equals A and B are two known sides, and the angle between the two sides is called capital C. Since if we have this triangle, we have three sides, then this side would be labeled as capital C. Alright. So last three examples for this class. So we are given two sides and an angle between the two sides. We substitute the values. This is the answer in exact form. Similarly, we use this, and the area for this turns out to be 12 centimeters square after we substitute the values appropriately. And this is the final example. Half AB sine C is the formula. C is the angle between the two sides, and thus our answer turns out to be 60 centimeters square. Alright. So before we wrap up, I'll also like you all to appreciate the fact that the area for a right angle triangle is derived from this formula too. That is sine 90 degrees is equals to 1. Thus, area of a right angle triangle is simply A into B. That is the base into the perpendicular height.